we asked to look after a younger child than the teenagers that we frequently looked after, and we were asked if we could manage a child with learning disabilities. And I think when people think of disabled children, they perhaps automatically think of a child in a wheelchair, maybe somebody with cerebral palsy or with physical disabilities, but a lot of disabled children, that's a big expression, and it also includes children with autism and with learning difficulties. And the child that I look after has quite complex learning difficulties and speech and language difficulties. She's great fun, and we sort of came about her by accident, really. I look after a little girl who's 10 now. She first came to us when she was 6. She couldn't really speak very clearly at all. You could sometimes understand what she was saying, but not very often. She has learning difficulties and some behavioural issues as well. She is such fun. I laugh just thinking about her. She's a really larger-than-life character. She likes to ask everybody lots of questions: who they are, why they're here, where have they come from, what have they had for tea, and she likes to sing, and she sings at the top of her voice all around the house. Surrey are really good at their support and training. There's lots of support for foster carers. You can have a buddy, which is another foster carer who's perhaps a little bit more experienced than yourself, and that's really good because it's somebody you can speak to quite openly. You don't have to worry about confidentiality issues. You are allocated, your own family as a foster carer are allocated a social worker called a supervising social worker, or some people call them supporting social workers. And then the child has a social worker of their own as well. So there are a lot of people supporting out there. There's lots of really good training that you can do on all sorts of different issues: attachment, behaviour, education, health, how to make recordings, all sorts of things. And I think Surrey are really good at this. Their training and support is very good. But it's also really important to have your own support network, your own family and friends who you can call on if you're having a really bad day. If somebody's considering having a disabled child, I think it's fantastic. To be honest, we didn't decide to have a disabled child, but I'm really pleased that we have. I think it's invaluable, really. It's so hard to put it into words, but it's a lot easier than you might imagine. There are a lot of ranges of disability. There are lots of different kinds of disability. You may have someone that you would not have thought of as a disabled person. And there's lots of support and lots of training available to help. So I take go for it.